Oh, so cool. Yeah? It's bath time, Luna. Like a cat. Like a cat. Hi, babies. Get you nice and clean. Lila's like, what's going on? What's going on? Baby Lila, right? When you have bath time. There we go. Her hair? Isn't it amazing? That's her style. We ain't messing with it. This has been our morning. Actually, you haven't seen the full morning. We haven't even had our coffee yet, but the full morning was hubby came downstairs to a bunch of poop and pee, right? That's why we had to wash Luna because she was covered in her own poop. That was the beginning of our day, and we haven't had our coffee. Today is gonna be crazy, only because you can tell from these two little monkeys. It's leg day, emails, the weather. I mean, lately, what's up with Chicago, right? The last 2 days were really cold, right? It was like in the 40s, and we were just experiencing like, I think I tanned like 3 or 4 times already, and then this weather comes, so it's like, this does not make sense. But it's pretty ugly out there. It's gloomy, it sucks. I think it's gonna be like this all week.
It's gonna be really bad today.
Is it supposed to be bad?
Yeah.
She's starting to get scared of thunderstorms. She used to never be. Like when she was little, like I'm like, oh my gosh, it's thundering really bad. Hug her, you know? And she'd be like, get out of here. Like, I'm fine. You know, I was like, oh, okay, she's not scared. Now she's scared. Now that she understands more, she's scared. Does Luna get scared?
Yeah.
She does? Oh. Well, hopefully it's not too bad, but that's what today is. Emails, leg day. We'll see what happens, and we'll take you on our journey. So we decided not to upload on Saturday. We'll still record, we just won't upload. And this is because the software kind of sucks and it gives us hassle. It just becomes so stressful because I still want to get my workout in. I gotta do all my emails. And then we record the videos, but the upload process is what takes like forever. So Saturdays we just won't upload, but we will continue vlogging. On a side note, hubby got the bench ready for my next leg day, which is exciting because I no longer have to use my blue cooler. Right? Or does that not? Because the legs are kind of positioned where these legs are. Oh, I guess you would know.
It'll work.
It'll work?
Yeah.
Alright. It's in your hands and hopefully it works. So anyways, time to do leg day. I'm super excited because today I have seen the most progress with my leaning. I feel much leaner. See? How nice is that? And then if I suck it in, it looks even better. But I feel really lean, which feels good, especially in my back. That's where I store the most. I kind of pulled it down a little too much. I store the most back here, so I'm feeling much better. Still have work to do, but I'm happy with the progress so far. I love this stretch because it stretches the lower back, but I also feel the stretch in the inner thighs. I've been getting really sore there lately, so I could just stay like this for quite some time. mirror is in the best position, because if you see a gap anywhere between your legs through the mirror, you know you didn't go low enough. But if you squat down, like you see, nope, 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 perfect. Like I don't see it anymore at my level. I don't know if the camera catches it. It was not done intentional, but I like it.
Oh my goodness.
So, good thing this bench is lightweight. Hubby said so, I haven't touched it yet, so I don't know, but he picked it up like it was nothing. Another cool thing is it's got like this curve here. So instead of your back being like on a straight thing, it has a little curve to it. I know it's not intentional, but it came in handy. We'll see how it goes. It seems to be positioned right. It's moving right, I felt it. It's because it's not on this. If it were on this, I wouldn't know. So that completes the workout. I did a couple less sets because I'm really hungry, and I know that if I didn't lower the sets, I wouldn't get through the workout. So we gotta go get some carbs in me because I feel pooped. I'm so drained. Okay, so I wanted to take the time to talk about excuses, justifying progress, not supporting, not me. I'm talking about everybody in general, well, including me, I guess, because I've been in that situation. But I had a before and after of my client go viral, which got me a little, you know, because when my things go viral, whatever, I can take it. The comments that come to me regardless. But when my clients get it, and then you have all, like, when something goes viral, let's just say all the dummies come out of the corners that they are usually in, all their little dark holes, and then they say like really ridiculous things. Either they're pointing out something that's irrelevant in the photo or something that's the obvious, but not looking at the big picture. Underwear, garments, or something that has nothing to do with the actual progress itself. You'll probably have family members that try to justify your own progress because they're either getting jealous or they want to prevent you from actually reaching your goals because they don't have the willpower to even move forward or care to do it. You'll even see this from spouses, which really sucks, and I can't wrap my head around it because my husband has always been supportive. So I have people who tell me, how do you go around, when your spouse doesn't support your goals? First of all, they may not understand your goals, so you should probably try sitting them down and showing them the end result of what you're trying to achieve. Maybe they just don't understand. This is a touchy subject because me personally and my husband personally, we'd be like, well, screw you. You don't, support me, then you're not that great of a person. But I know not everyone can do that. So I guess educate your partner. Tell them it would make you very happy and kind of get them motivated to want to see your body change towards the good. There are some people that are just always going to be jealous, and men who, want to keep a hold on their girls and they don't want them to move forward, therefore they talk them down a lot. I've had this with clients where, clients would be like, oh, my husband told me he doesn't see enough change, when they're not thinking logical, and these guys have no background in the fitness industry. To expect a model to come out of, a program that's 6 weeks long. And 6 weeks is to set you up on the right path. You will see progress, but you're not gonna transform. Like, I wish it was that easy, right? Because then it wouldn't have taken me 3 years to bulk, right? So you're gonna always have people that are gonna do this. The worst, I think, is when trainers, there was a trainer who put a comment on my client's progress photo saying, unfortunately, you can't see the progress because her underwear size changed. When the progress wasn't even about the butt, it was clearly her back fat, her thigh gap. The progress was very noticeable. Now, obviously, I got back to her saying, as a trainer, the fact that you can't see progress, I don't know, I feel bad for your clients. What do you tell them? Sorry, your underwear are different, so I don't see progress? No, I'm sure if she was your client, you'd be on top of that, right? You would feel great and you would want to post that. But jealousy. It really all comes down to if somebody is fussing over your progress, over your journey, over your goals, is most likely that they're super jealous. They don't want you to achieve them, and they'll do anything in their power to keep you back from achieving them. Toxic people, you know, and unfortunately you can't control who they could be because, as I said, it could be your spouse, your sister, your brother. I would hope brothers wouldn't really get into it, but hey, you know, you never know. Things happen.
You're in the right path.
Yeah, it just means you're on the right path. People are scared. I had people who did not. Why does Flori work out so much? Does she want to disappear during a bulk? You get this a lot. Like, there's a girl who's like, my family does not support me, my husband does. And I told her, well, that's all that matters at the end of the day, because you live with your husband, right? So he's the only one that really needs the support. But they're like, oh, they tell me if I keep eating like this, I'm gonna get fat. But they don't understand nutrition, they don't understand goals. How can they go and tell somebody they're gonna get fat? If you look at my diet, you probably think like, man, girl, you gotta chill because you're gonna get fat. No, this is what my body needs. A lot of people think eating out one time in the day means you're done for the day. You're not supposed to eat anything else. No, that's not right. It means you don't know nutrition, so you should probably not be telling people what they should or shouldn't do. And then there are girls that are very lean who sign up to bulk and their family's telling them, why are you working out? You're gonna disappear. And it's like, you really don't understand goals. You don't understand that people who work out are not just trying to achieve one thing, and that's to be really, really skinny, you know? People do it for posture. They do it for confidence. They do it because it's a great stress reliever. They do it to build muscle, be healthier. Stop thinking everyone that works out is doing it just to be skinny twig and that's it. There's more to it. If you're still thinking this way, wow, the ignorance is pretty bad. You need to understand people that work out, if they want to work out their entire life, this is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Even if they're lean, they're keeping themselves healthy and young. So I feel like a lot of people, it's either they don't understand your goals, they don't understand how fitness works. There are people that are just really this ignorant. There are older people who are like, why do you do that? It's like, because it's healthy to be active, but your generation didn't know this, wasn't taught this. So to them, it seems silly. And then you got your people that are just jealous. It's really hard to go around these people if you're affected by them on a personal level. And the only advice I can give you is to ignore them, because once you get your progress, here's the great part, once you achieve that body, they're gonna come back to you, how did you do it? Even though they technically know how you did it, how did you do it? Because why? They're interested. I had a lot of people always questioning what I was doing. Who's questioning me now? Nobody. And no one's gonna question you once you get there. Everyone's gonna ask you for help. So, as much as they don't want you to get there, once you get there, no one's gonna have a thing to say about it. So just tough it up, keep moving forward, know you're in the right, you know you're doing right if you're doing what's making you happy. And you don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't have to listen to people. Just ignore them. I know it's difficult, but ignore them.
But now that you got there, people ask how.
People will always ask how. Once you get there, how? Show me, teach me your ways. I hear this all the time. Like, oh, now you want to know? But you were telling me, why am I working out? I'm gonna get skinny. Instead, I gained 20 pounds and I look healthy and I'm happy with my body, and you're wondering how. It was ignorance. If you would have just been my friend along the journey, I could have taken you along, you know? You can even respond that way. They might get pretty mad at you though. But I kind of wanted to talk about that because it hurts a lot of people. There are girls on my plan that literally gave up because their boyfriend didn't support them. Didn't understand the bigger picture. Don't let these people do that to you. I know it's hard when you don't have a supportive spouse, but try to be strong for yourself, for your own happiness. Because yeah, keep that goal in mind. A lot of people say, how do you stay motivated? I remember why I'm doing it in the first place. I remember the fact that I've been doing it for a year. How am I gonna quit now? 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. You've been doing it for so long. Why quit now? Get to your goal and keep your eye on the prize. You know, and this doesn't just apply towards fitness, it applies towards life choices in general. My husband and I, our marriage was questioned, having kids was questioned, everything. People always had something to say, and I want you guys to know it because it could hold you back from careers. Our career was always bashed, always. We weren't supported, now we are. Why? Because we pulled through. 8 years later, where are we? No one's questioning us anymore. In fact, they're trying to give us advice, which is like, really? You funny. But that happened towards our career.
When you got married, they're like, you're pregnant.
When we got married, you got married because she's pregnant? No. Yeah. 9 months later, where's the baby? I wasn't pregnant when I got married. Why are you guys not having kids? You should have kids. That's what you do in a marriage. People are crazy. I'll tell you now, people are crazy.
8 years after we had a baby.
Years after we have a baby. What happens? No one cares. When are you having the next one? Why does it matter? You know, like I chose to have her when I was ready. I'm choosing not to have another one because I ain't ready, you know? But people will always do this no matter what. And you'll notice people that have lots of kids want to pressure you into having more kids. And you know, that same person tells you the next day, the more kids you have, you're not going to have a life. You don't have a, you can't find time for you and your husband. Yeah, but yesterday you pressured me into having more kids. You know, people don't really care about you being happy. They don't want you happy. They want you to suffer the way they do. A lot of people are like this. It's sad. I mean, not everyone. You're gonna bump into good people. You know, there are people that are like, no, if you don't wanna have more kids, you know, spend more time, you know, show her more extra love, go for it. You know, but then you have people who want you to live their life because I'm miserable, you should be too. It's terrible. And careers, no one wants you to be on top. Once you get on top, everyone wants to be your friend, but nobody wants you to be on top or be successful. So don't allow anyone, if you want a career, you feel it, it's in your blood, it's in your bones, it's all you think about, do it. It's gonna take time. It took us, what, 8 years, babe? 8 years. Almost 10, you know, it wasn't easy, but we both knew what we wanted and we pushed forward. Same thing with Lila. It took us 8 years to have Lila because we wanted time with each other. We wanted to get to know each other so well that having a baby would never do anything to our relationship because we know each other so well. This was our personal decision. It doesn't have to be the decision for everyone else, but it was personal. Regardless of what people think, do what will make you happy because that's all that, that's all that really matters at the end of the day. A quote my husband and I really like, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. So if you can get past the ignore, the laugh, the fight, it will be a really sweet ride. You're gonna reach your goals and you're gonna be happy. I would highly recommend that you don't listen to these people. You get to that winning spot where you're gonna feel really good about yourself, your life, what you've accomplished, because success is seen in so many different ways. It's not just money, it's happiness. It's what you've put out into the world and have gotten in return. That's your success. All right, so we're gonna end the vlog here. I hope this helped you. If you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell for notifications. And until tomorrow, bye.